What's up, YouTube? Demi here in Betrayal League with my first update of the Tinkerskin character. Tinkerskin, Lightning Trap, Saboteur, Infinite Tinker, whatever, right? So, progress-wise, we're level 89, about 38% to level 90. That took me probably, what, 3 streams worth of playtime? Yeah, 3 streams worth, about 32 hours of play, which wasn't too crazy. Resists are capped, damage is like fairly okay. Where is it? This one. Got about 20k average damage, not too bad. I got a 5-link Tinker skin, I got additional trap gloves. My gear is actually like really bad across the board. I haven't upgraded it since I got to like tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 maps or so. Majority of it's like self-found garbage. But it's doing good enough that I'm able to cruise my way through higher tier maps. And here, let me do a map while we're talking about this, just so you guys have something to like look at. But the plan for the character is pretty simple. I wanted to play something that was like, you know, something that I played before. I knew it worked. All I had to do was like follow my own guide more or less and just work my way through. It's T10 Belfry. That's a really good map. I don't have that one yet. And so I did that. Leveling process went fairly smooth. I got my lightning trap at level 10 from the, or level 9, something like that, from Reveil's quest, and just cruised with it since then. I went all the way up into tier 4 maps with a 4-link, which I find kind of funny. You would think I would need more than that, but I didn't. I just went with a 4-link. It was great. And then eventually I was like, maybe I could get a little bit more damage. Bought a 5-link for like 4 chaos, I think it was at the time, and just worked my way up from there into the Tinker skin currency. I've had 1 Exalt drop. Oh my god, it happened. Our first Exalted Orb. Day 2. Or what day is it? Day 3, sorry. I'm rich. Great job. I did it! The Tinker skin I paid 45 chaos for, I think it was. Like day 2 of the league. I think they went up a little bit since then. I don't know, I haven't really checked the price since I got mine. And then I got really lucky on the linking and fusing, which I'll try to include a video of here. Alright. Good start. Alright, we're done. I'm out. See ya! But yeah, I haven't had any like crazy drops this league. Usually I get like an Exalt day 1, day 2, which I did, but I haven't even spent it yet. I have 2x in my bank at the moment, like 190 chaos just from selling random garbage. Everything that has life resistances on it right now, I'm selling like hotcakes. It's like, it's nothing complex. Life resist gear is what everybody needs. If it's got a little bit of extra damage on it, a little bit extra stats, maybe it'll add some value, or if it has really high resistances. But it's more or less just like, I've just been doing this. I haven't even bothered getting a shield charge set up yet. I don't have a weapon with enough attack speed that I feel comfortable using shield charge right now. So I'm missing out on Fortify. I've dropped one of my auras for Herald of Ice. Like, there's a couple minor changes from the guide just because I made some changes for my personal quality of life. And as you can tell, my life total is still fairly low because I haven't upgraded my gear. It's all like really low life compared to what it could be potentially. But this is a tier 9 map, I think, and it's quite easy for me to just cruise through it. Another Belfry. I might actually shape my Atlas for Belfry. The mechanic of this league, Betrayal League, I like it. I don't really understand it quite yet. I need to watch a couple of videos from other people on it just to like make a full video on it. But what I've learned is basically you want to get everybody high level as these are getting close to full. If these are like, for this one for example, shut up. For Chimeria right now, this one's like almost full, right? It's a 76%. So ideally I would want a bunch of them over here so that when I go fight this safe house, all of them are there fighting with that person, and I'll get extra loot for each of them. But right now they're all under transportation, and they're all rank 3, which I find really funny. I've just been like maxing them out. If you're having issues like fighting each one, because one of them in particular is too fucking OP, like Janice for example, is really strong, or It That Fled is really strong because it's chaos damage. I don't recommend upgrading that one because it'll probably kill you. Or if you're getting one shot by Haku, for example, don't upgrade Haku. Upgrade the other ones. Like, I just executed that, so it got +1 rank. It That Fled I don't like, so I'm going to interrogate it and keep it out of the field more or less. And then Riker, I could move him over somewhere, but you also have the option to just not do anything. If you don't want either of the options, like I don't want to interrogate him because I lose a rank. I don't want to move him because I want him under transportation. So I'll just like walk away. I guess Haku's level 3. You could just walk away, right? But Haku is level 3, so I might as well do that, I guess.
Somehow, trusting this right
Got a veiled mod.
feels like a mistake.
But yeah, you just like, I don't know. It's an interesting system. It's kind of, it feels like a combination of multiple things. Like you're getting a quick reward system by fighting those strongholds in every, or those little like fortresses in every map, or the actual random assassination encounters. You get that short little bonus, and then like you work your way towards a safe house, you get that bonus loot, and then you work your way towards a final boss, which feels like the equivalent of like farming a breach lord. Enough fragments to fight a breach stone, whatever they're called. I don't know, it's a lot of like layers of complexity, and then in addition to that we have fucking Delve, we have Incursion, we have Bestiary all at the same time, and the new Atlas. It's a lot to take in. For me, even as an experienced player, it feels kind of overwhelming, because I do a map, there's an Abyss, there's a Delve, there's like Incursions, there's the new fortress thing to kill with, the assassination attempts, then I'm trying to like remember that I need to go spend my sulfite, I need to do my Xana missions. Like, it's just overwhelming information for me. Why did I port back in over here? What the fuck? That was weird. Alright, anyways, but yeah, that's a map run. Let's go for the skill tree and whatnot. The skill tree is basically exactly the same as the build guide, I'm pretty sure. I'm just missing, like, a jewel socket, I think. Yeah, I'm missing this jewel socket, and I believe this jewel socket is the last thing that I get on the tree. So I'll probably just grab this in the next 3 levels. Put me at 92, and then I'll just grab like random damage nodes, I think, or I'll just grab this. But the skill tree is the same as the build guide, which will be in the link description of this video, along with my current pace spin. Ascendancy node wise, the progression was a little bit different this league because I was so low life while leveling. I went for Born in the Shadows first for the defensive buff, but the blinding anything around you is just ridiculously good, and then because that makes them unable to hit you, right? And then you combine that with chance to dodge and chance to dodge spells, and you just like, you never get hit. It's really good. I also have an Enfeeble setup on Blasphemy, which gives enemies even less accuracy, less crit multi, and less damage dealt. So they just have like a double multiplied less damage dealt stuff. It's really good. I never get hit unless it's like really unlucky, and then I'll get chunked really bad, so it's kind of an issue there, but most of the time I'm lucky enough that it doesn't matter. And then I went for Perfect Crime, and then I worked my way towards Chain Reaction, and then for Uber Lab I took Pyromaniac for the regen. It was a weird order. I did all of my labs myself, first try, no issues. Even Uber Lab I did with like 4k life to get my Pyromaniac. It wasn't that bad. It was just like, I'm very familiar with the fights, so if you're not familiar with the fights, maybe you should get a carry, I don't know, it's up to you. But yeah, skill tree wise, damage, life nodes. I went for the trap node next, and then went through some more damage nodes, some more life resist nodes. Lots of life, lots of damage, filled out the trap wheel. This might be different from the forum guide as well. I think this is what I did. And then I feel like I got another life cluster, and then I went for phase acro, life nodes. I need a lot of life. I basically just got all the life on the tree first, before I went for a lot of the damage nodes, because the damage from lightning trap is so ridiculously high early on, you just don't even need anything. It's kind of dumb. But yeah, jewels on the skill tree. All of my jewels are like life damage right now. I think I paid like 5 to 20 C for each one. They're not too crazy expensive right now, just for like generic life double damage stuff. That minion node is useless, obviously. But yeah, you're gonna want life, guaranteed life, because the jewels are actually what gives us a lot of the percent life on this character. The tree is like, I think 140, 150% life, which is kind of low. So you kind of need the jewels to get that extra life. If you're feeling like you're lacking life, maybe drop the charges first. Don't get the charges, just get the jewel sockets before you grab the charges, so you can get those life nodes flowing. I also have this random strength node. I'm not sure if, yeah, I actually do need it right now. I need to redo my gear still. But things that work for lightning trap, it is a spell, projectile, trap, lightning skill, right? So we can get trap damage, spell damage holding a shield, projectile damage, crit multi with elemental skills, crit multi with lightning skills, crit multi for spells, crit multi, generic crit multi. There's a lot of stuff there, right? And then trap throwing speed is also kind of nice if you can get it. But there's a billion things there. And then for the abyssal jewels, you want life as well, and then some flat damage to spells. Try to get a little bit of flat cold, or a lot of flat cold, on either your jewels or your weapon, so that you can actually shatter enemies when you crit them, right? The gear-wise, though, what do we got? We got a weapon. I found this myself. It's elemental damage scales it, spell damage scales, lightning trap, right? Then I got curve spells and added damage to spells. This craft is actually really good as well. This is a veiled mod, and it lets you get non-chaos as extra chaos, which is just like a fairly good chunk of extra damage. My offhand shield is just because I need more life resist, right? Life resist, spell damage. I found this myself. It's not that bad. Helmet, same thing. Found it myself. Life resist. Nothing crazy here. Helm enchant, if you can get the 10% lightning penetration with lightning trap enchant, really, really good. I don't have that yet. Gloves are your second most important damage boost after you get your main like link set up. It's just an additional trap, right? Normally you would only throw, I think, 3 traps, but with the extra Shaper Gloves trap, every skill you have that throws traps throws 2 at a time at minimum. So my main skill throws 4 traps at a time, which is a 33% more damage multiplier overall. For me, it's really, really good. They are fairly expensive, but if you just get like a level 68 or higher pair of shaped gloves, you can alt spam it yourself and then just craft life on it if once you regal it, you know, don't make it too crazy. Belt, Stygian, life resist, boots, life resist, dodge. These are actually incursion boots. The prefix movement speed dodge attack hits one is kind of nice, since it puts me up to 52% chance to dodge attacks, which is fairly high actually. And then amulet, life resist, some trap throwing speed craft, which I believe is a veiled mod as well. Of the order, maybe not, I don't know. Rings, life resist, life resist. Nothing too special, right? The main link setup is right now lightning trap, cluster traps, control destruction, trap and mind damage, and pierce. I think my 6th link will be lightning pen. I don't have a 6th link yet, obviously. My trap setup in my gloves for lightning spire trap is lightning spire trap, elemental focus, lightning pen, and conk effect. I might swap out ele focus for control destruction just so I have another higher shock thing here, since I'm basically only shocking with my lightning trap. But I had this leveling up in my offhand from leveling process, so I just threw it in for now. Bear trap is linked to advanced traps. This gives it skill effect duration and trap throwing speed. Bear trap actually makes enemies take increased damage from traps or mines, which is really good because it's a more multiplier. It means they just take more damage from your lightning trap and from your lightning spire trap. So if I want to one-shot a syndicate boss, like when I go into this fight, the enemy just stands there and talks shit for a couple seconds. So you just like throw your lightning spires, you throw your bear trap, you throw a bunch of lightning traps, and then you let it trigger, and they just die instantly. It's stupid. I've never actually had to fight that main boss because it always gets one-shot, which is, I mean, that's good. I like that. But other than that, I got a Blast Me Enfeeble setup for my aura. This is another defensive aura, and then I'm using a Wrath somewhere. Where is it? Wrath for more spell lightning damage, which is what lightning trap is, right? So that's really good for us. Random other links. I have an Enduring Cry for an extra safety lever, I guess. You get endurance charges. Each endurance charge translates into 4% phase reduction per endurance charge, and some little bit of res. Great, whatever. I also have Flame Dash faster casting, just so I can go up and down ledges. I have a trap and mind damage support, an arc, and a lightning trap in my helmet that are leveling, so when I hit level 20 gems, I can vol all of these and maybe get additional level 21s or whatever, you know? And then I have a cast damage taken, Immortal Call for some phase immunity, and Summon Chaos Golem. My offhands, I'm just leveling up a bunch of lightning traps. I always recommend you do this on a caster. You can weapon swap with X default, or you can just click this little icon up in your inventory. But in your offhand, they still gain XP, so I just have like a stack of my main spell, whatever that is, so that when it hits level 20 along with my main gems, which are fairly close to level 20, I can go and vol them all and maybe get a level 21 spell gem, which is really, really powerful. Flask-wise, I'm using Wise Oak, which is actually not working right now. I'm supposed to have higher lightning res than anything else, but I don't have that, so I'm not getting that Ellie pen. You're supposed to try to get this number to be higher than all the other numbers with your flask up. I actually had that for a while, but when I got my Shaper gloves, I didn't fix my resistances. My old gloves had a bunch of lightning res on them. It was like fire lightning on them before. So it was fine then, but it's not fine now, obviously. I gotta rework all my gear still. That'll be coming. We'll work on that on stream, whatever. I got a movement speed, Quicksilver. I have a Curse Immune Diamond Flask for the crit. I also have an instant freeze and an instant bleed. Ideally, I think I would want the freeze immunity to be on the Diamond Flask, so it's just like a permanent up time buff. and then have like bleed and curse on my flasks. I don't know, something like that. It just feels a bit weird to be on this, but yeah, that's basically all I would have. If I was confident with my life pool, if I hit like 5k, 5.5k life, I'll take off one of these, probably this one, and put a basalt flask on there so that I can have more fizz mitigation, because I don't really have any armor right now and I only have the 3 endurance charges and the enfeeble keeping me alive against fizz damage. I'm pretty good against Ellie, but fizz damage is kind of terrifying. But yeah, Atlas wise, I have 84% completion. I haven't decided what I'm going to shape for yet, if anything. I've just been kind of chasing down map completion as we go. I think I have all tier 1s done, all tier 2s, tier 3s, tier 4s, tier 5s, tier 6s, and tier 7s done. And then tier 8s I'm missing mineral pools, which I actually have in my inventory, I think. No, I don't. Thought I had one. Either way, we're working on that. I have most of the tier 9s, and I have no tier 10s yet, so if I run this Belfry that I just got, my Atlas will be shaped for Belfry, accidentally. It'll be my only T10, so if I farm T9s, it should drop Belfries, unless they drop the connected ones, but if I just keep running Belfry, it'll be fine. I actually have a almost spawned Elder, it looks like. But yeah, anyways, I'm enjoying the league. Here's my currency stash tab, here's what I got so far. Just been selling a bunch of garbage. Life resist, lots of damage. You know, life resist, life resist, life resist, life resist damage. Life resist, you noticing a theme here? Everything like that just tends to sell pretty quickly. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the league as much as I am. I really like this league mechanic. It's kind of confusing. I have not actually fought the Syndicate Mastermind, I think it's called, yet. But other than that, I'm having a really good time. What's the challenge button? I'm at 8 challenges right now. Not too bad. So that'll end this build update guide, thoughts on Betrayal League, all that stuff all in one video. Sorry for the lack of videos otherwise. I've just been posting the VODs. I know a lot of you guys hate that because it's like, feels like it's lazy effort, lazy content, which it is, but it's also for the people that can't make it to streams, because I know a lot of you guys don't have the same schedule as I do, or the different time zones, or you're watching other people's streams, whatever. It's just a way to keep up with me if you want to watch it. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching the videos, thanks for the massive support on the stream start for League. I got like 80 subs on Twitch that day, which is ridiculous, so thank you guys for that. But I will see you guys in the next video, and that'll be Demi out. Yeet.